Minor channel update. I have a shed or shop built. This cost me $3,000 from a local business. I thought that was a better option than going and getting one of those sheds from the big box stores. And I can finally move in the 7x7 shed, and my toolbox can all go into this shed. And I don't have to carry stuff in and out of the basement. But before I move in, I want to look this shed over and see if there's any more precautions or preemptive measures I should take before moving in. Now, they told me they were just going to build it straight on my yard, and that's pretty much what it appears that they did. So it doesn't look like there's any kind of actual foundation. They did tell me this sheathing is primer and the trim is primer, so it will need painted. Evident by the roof gable right there, it looks like it's going to need painted. What I'm curious to see is how is it actually sitting. This looks like to be a 4x4. I'm assuming by 12 because this is an 8x12 foot shed. So I want to see how this end of the shed is supported and if I should probably modify that for better longevity or better stability. Oh, okay, that's rather unique. So we've got two pavers. They did ask if I had pavers, and they were going to build the shed on the pavers. So we got two pavers and we have some shims. My concern is those shims are going to rot away and this shed's going to become unlevel and slope towards my house. Looking at the other side, two pavers and we got another shim. We've only got one shim. I wonder if I go to the hardware store and get one of those plastic footers and just put this on a plastic footer and use one of my jacks to jack up this 4x4 beam right here, just enough to excavate this out and put a plastic footer right there. Or is this going to be okay? I'm a novice. I don't know general contracting, so let me know. The back side looks okay. I see I got a vent right here. I did ask them about having a gutter for the amount of rain or water that's going to come off the roof, if I should put a gutter on there. They had said, for right now, I don't have to worry about it. I could if I want. It might help the foundation or the area right here like in 20 years. That seems a little stupid. So I'll probably go and put a gutter on this because this whole thing is going to need painted and that's curved. So I probably have to put a header board on this whole thing and then put a gutter to the header board and probably drain the water over there and drain that way, or drain it here, drain towards me, because this whole yard, my whole yard right here is sloped down. What I'm really curious to see is how they did this end of the shed. What am I resting on? Am I resting on brick, or is that 4x4x12 resting straight on the grass? Which I really hope that's pressure treated wood. So let's have a gander, shall we? Let's see, we've got 4x4x12 ground contact pressure treated, or it just says treated. Okay. What do we got here? We don't have a brick. What? Let's see, we have a light? No, we have a piece of plywood here. Okay, that's a little concerning because won't this rot away? And even though this is ground contact, can it stay on the ground, or should I put this on a brick? Should I jack this beam up a little bit, excavate this out by hand, and put a paver right here? And on this side, well, we have a paver, but we still have a piece of plywood right there. I don't know if you can see that. It's a piece of plywood. So this looks better, but will that plywood rot away, or should I not worry about it? Huh. I'd rather have this foundation kind of figured out and fixed before I start loading this full of stuff. Looking at this roof, it does not appear there's tie-back under those shingles. Maybe it's just me. I have to get my ladder out and really look underneath this shingle, but I don't see any excess tie-back. I do think I'm gonna put a gutter right here to catch all this water so it's not running down right here and then going that way towards the house. So I think I'm gonna trench right here a drain to catch water running down this hill and drain it this way and have it have the water drain out this way, or probably trench all the way down and drain out by my little makeshift fence down there. I did ask for a ramp to roll my toolbox up in there, and they did give me a ramp. I do like this ramp, but I might need another like 1x2 or something to make this gap a little bit smaller, or probably put bigger wheels on my toolbox to get over this. I do like this color scheme. I'll have to see what these colors are and actually get exterior paint to paint this. Here's more. This looks to be raw wood. This is gonna need painted. And here's more of the roof. This is gonna have to be painted. Was this wood down here painted? No. I'm probably gonna have to get some exterior paint and get this painted too. And this might need painted or get a stain. Although this isn't contacting the ground, it is contacting concrete. And if I'm painting this trim, I'm probably got to pull these hinges off one by one and get paint behind there. And this right here is gonna need painted and sealed. And the roof looks okay, but I see nails exposed right there. Shouldn't those have like gobs of tar on them so they don't leak? I don't know. I'm just a consumer who asked the shed company to build me a shed. So I'm using my knowledge from general contracting of a home and see if that still applies for a shed, or does little things like the nails being exposed matter or not. What does the inside get me? Oh, wow. I like the inside. The door looks nice and solid. We got staples here. We have a brace right here, piece of plywood. I do want to put electricity in here. So I thought about coming in that corner and putting my electrical panel right there, putting a 40 amp service in here. That way I have outlets and lights. I did ask for a loft, so I did get my loft. That's pretty cool. I like it so far. This door opens. Oh, is there one down here? There is one down here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Although that hardware goes into this hole, so I wonder how that's gonna wear over time. As for my loft, we have a ledger board here, it appears. And this, we don't have a ledger board over here. So when dealing with weight and dealing with building, it looks like these rafters are just nailed into this stud with 4 nails. Shouldn't there be like another king stud right here supporting this weight down to that seal plate? Or because this is a shed, that kind of engineering doesn't matter. I mean, I wanted a loft. I guess I don't know what weight it would be rated, but I think I'd want it to be pretty damn sturdy. I noticed in the back, this stud is just, or this rafter is just hanging out here. Oh, they have it nailed. This rafter is nailed to each stud, it looks like. Yep, there's nails, there's nails, there's nails. So this rafter is pretty solid to the studs of the exterior wall. I like it. There is a seal plate right here, but not a seal plate here. Why was there no seal plate? Or is that because that's a side wall, exterior wall, and judging by the way they did the roof, the gable roof, that's not a load-bearing wall. So the load goes towards the outside, goes to this wall, then goes down to that seal plate, which the back one has a seal plate too. And then there's a header plate. Shouldn't this header go all the way over and rest on a stud? Or is that what this is doing? This is carrying the weight to these 2 studs all the way down to the floor. And it looks like it's what's on the other side. Huh. Overall, I like it. It's an 8x12. I got plenty of space in here. I already put some stuff in here from last night. I have a vent up there. I have a big loft here, put storage. I do want to put a light up there, so I want to put electricity. And I want to probably build a bench right here where I have a place to come in and work on stuff outside of the rain. And as I mentioned earlier, I wanted to put probably a 40 amp service in here and come in on this side and put the panel right here. That way I have 2 circuits, 1 circuit for the outlets and the lights, and then 1 20 amp circuit dedicated for whatever else I want to do outside. So those general contractors out there that do this for a living, should I worry about how this is sitting on the ground or not worry about it at all? I do know I need to paint. I'm aware of that. Should I worry about the nails up there? But overall, for $3 grand, I'm happy with it. My only concern is the way it's sitting on the foundation. I don't want this to go rolling that way into my home once I get it loaded with stuff. Or once it's loaded with stuff, there's so much weight there, it won't move at all. Let me know down below.